So I wonder, like, what are your thoughts? You kind of have your hands in a lot of things, AI, and can you remember the days when you were working for like government? How does that differ? And what kind of transferable skills do you think that you have gained from those roles and carry on to the very successful Irene Liu today?
So like you said earlier, I started out my career in investment banking. And so I was an Asian studies major like you. I actually studied Mandarin in college too. And so, yeah. And so it helps that I have a Taiwanese husband and a family that I can now use my Mandarin with.
You can
um,
practice.
yeah, exactly. But when I went into investment banking, it was 9/11. It was 2001 when I graduated. I lived in New York, downtown New York, not far from the World Trade Center. And so the entire investment banking industry pretty much collapsed as I was starting out my career. And so I went through 5 different rounds of layoffs. I survived them all, but that was sort of the investment banking industry of that time. So I shielded myself and fled to law school. And then after experiencing corporate life, I decided maybe I should just go into the government, which was an area that I was always passionate about and interested in. I had interned at the DOJ when I was in college. I also interned at the DOJ when I was in law school. And so the DOJ experience was phenomenal. Antitrust is so pivotal in many ways. And in San Francisco, the office where I was part of for the US DOJ, we had the unique opportunity to do both civil and criminal antitrust. So not only were we
Mm.
doing merger reviews, but we were also knocking on white collar criminals' doors
Oh, wow.
and doing also criminal prosecutions as well. So it was a really great breadth that I was able to see in my first job out of law school. And what I had always been interested in doing, and everything that I've been doing throughout my careers, I'm very mission driven in many ways. I want to find a platform where I could do something positive and good. And so the DOJ was a great opportunity for me to do that. And same thing with the FTC. The FTC was where I went for the Bureau, the Bureau of Consumer Protection. So I was able to see a broader spectrum of government work. And that experience has really shaped me in many ways. A lot of lawyers typically graduate and go to a law firm, and that's their typical path. I had offers at law firms, but I decided to make a fraction of what they were making and make even less than what I made in college to take this job at the US DOJ. But that experience and the hands-on skills that I built is not something that anyone would have gotten right out of law school at a law firm. I was doing depositions as a first-year attorney, and I was doing a lot more hands-on work because we are short-staffed in the government. But the stakes were high and it was high pressure, but it was also really amazing collegial group of attorneys. And the DOJ office in San Francisco in particular was surrounded by a lot of women and minorities. And we had a lot of really diverse group of attorneys, which just made me realize how important it is to have a good team surrounding you. And so I would say my government experience really shaped me in many ways of trying to always continually find a really great team, as well as it helped shape my risk tolerance in many ways. Having been on the inside, a lot of people who went straight to law firms would think a lot of risk that there's a lot of risk in everything because they haven't seen the other side. Whereas I can probably accurately identify the risks better than others because I've seen the other side and I know what they're looking at and what they're watching out for. And so it's made me a better advisor, a better business advisor, and a better GC as well when I became general counsel.
Oh, that's really interesting.